Hey everyone, welcome back. We're back here talking about our garden that we're doing, and this is our second video, part two of what's been happening. So in the original video we took out that big old tree that had a big root on it, and we were gonna just plant it and go with that, but things kind of morphed into a different situation here. So I want to show you now. Basically, we've decided to build some garden beds, and this is the layout that we've done on them. Basically, it will be 4 garden beds with a keyhole. I'll show you one. We've already built one. I'm working on the second one right now. And then we're gonna be building we've got some cedar posts here, kind of a privacy wall a little bit. I want to show you that area, which is standing from our driveway. It's right there where the garden is going to be, kind of in between that lilac and this post right here. So our neighbor is a little bit lower and we're a little bit higher, so it's very kind of a opened area once that tree came down. So we're gonna build a privacy wall, just a garden wall, where we'll have some plants growing on it. And this is actually the garden beds that we've decided to do. As you can see, they are, I don't even know what the shape is, but we got a keyhole that we cut out just because for accessibility and ability to work and reach all parts of the garden or the bed area, the planting area. It's very important when you're planting a garden bed or any kind of garden that you plant it in a way that you can actually work the soil. So if we were to just leave it without it, we would not be able to reach to the middle of it, or we would have to climb inside of it, and it'll be uncomfortable, not very practical. So we decided to add the keyholes in them. That way you can literally walk in here and you can reach every part of the soil. Every part of the garden can be managed. The other thing that we are doing drip irrigation. That is right there, what you're seeing. We have drip irrigation most of our garden. Our strawberries have drip irrigations. Most of the main garden, our first garden that's in the back, has drip irrigation. Not that one there. We have another garden that I'll give you a tour of that a little bit in next videos or so. But anyways, we are running just a regular pipe that's gonna go underneath this bed, and we'll have our main connection somewhere in this area. And each bed will have a separate run to it that will be connected to the main run. And then we're gonna put a valve on it. I'm gonna grab that valve, just a simple valve like so. That way, if we're not using one garden bed, or if it doesn't need any watering, or if the plants are different on it, you can turn it off. It'll be one zone for these 4 beds here, but we can control each bed separately. And I highly recommend doing this. We've done it without it, and we've redone the system many times already, just because what happens is you have a situation that a bed is not planted or doesn't need water, or the plants that are growing, let's say onions or garlic, that needs to go into a dry phase, where other plants in the same garden or different bed needs water. You can literally shut it off on that bed and don't worry about it. So we'll probably by the time I'm done with this whole plan here, we'll have at least 8 zones from what I have right now. And then once our area in the back of me, which is a big great mess, gets developed into a garden, we'll probably have another couple zones in that area as well. So probably a 10 zone system gonna be here. There's many different ways. We don't have a true sprinkler system. It's connected to a water hose area, so we'll show you how that's going to happen. Right now we use a 4 zone system, but that is being expanded with this garden and then other gardens as well. So we need to add a different system on this because it's not enough now. So we'll be probably building a custom one out of scratch with valves and stuff and controls on it, but we're not sure yet. That's something that we still need to figure out. But anyway, so this is kind of a phase 2 what's happening right now. We're building the garden beds, all 4 of them. Want to give you a short information we're using. So this wood here, this is all black locust, and this actually I milled everything from firewood that we got from some logs that we got for firewood. These posts that are in here are black locust. Small connection areas that are there, they're black locust. Everything basically is black locust. And black locust is really good for moist areas. It lasts literally for, it will last for 100 years or so. You know, people been building posts and fence posts out of these out of this material for ages, and then they've been sitting in water, in ground without any issues. The problem is it's very hard, so I literally have to pre-drill most of my holes when I screw everything together. And also it's very hard to find. You're not gonna find it in your local store, unless you have a mill, unless you know that's someone who's gonna be able to mill it for you, and you know somebody who's cutting the trees down. That's probably the only way that it's possible to get that kind of wood. I know some of the eastern United States has more accessibility to it, but here on the West Coast it's very hard to come by. But we've been fortunate. I had this sitting around my property for probably 2 years now. Wasn't sure what to do with it. I was gonna use it for decking and then other plants and so on, but nothing came to it until I was building this area. I'm like, oh, I got this wood, so why not use it? And spent a day cutting everything up, but I finally got to a position that we're building this and getting it planted probably in the next couple days, at least the first 2 beds, and then we'll work on the rest. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, like our videos, and we'll have more information as this garden progresses, how it's being built. Thank you.